What up, Track Cat family? Another blessed and a positive day. Another great day. And as y'all can see, we in Big Z. We in Big Z. Whew, sounds so good. And today we're going to go see something really, really dope. This car wasn't an option before I got this. It can handle good. It's new. It's kind of off of a new chassis, but it's revised. Like, the whole car is revised and new. It has a fresh and new look to it. It's super, super dope. I can't wait to see it in person. I've seen pictures, and I really want to show y'all. Maybe later on we'll add this into the fleet so we can do some content with it and drive it and do different stuff to the car, which would be super dope. Like, it would be nutty. I already have some ideas. I already got some stuff that we can do to the car once we get it. Now, the only thing that made me like, okay, I don't want to get this car right now instead of the Z is that it's not supercharged. It's an A, but it's super dope. The whole look, the aggressiveness, the way it drives. I've heard from other people that own it. I know y'all seen the last video, my boy Gibby's vet with the cam and all the crazy mods he has on that. Wait until we get a cam on the Z and start throwing some mods. I already got some stuff I'm gonna order. I don't really want to tell y'all, but I already got some stuff I'm gonna get and put on the Z. Now, we're not too far, and I can't wait to see this car. I really can't wait to see it in person. When I was thinking about it as an option, I never got to really go and see it because I was like, oh, it's in A. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna grab that right now. I want to get something that's supercharged and fast and lighter and can handle. That's just what I was looking for. I knew if I get the supercharged, later on I'll double back and get that. Almost said what it is. It has a really dope name too. A name like a Hellcat. A name that you'll really remember. You'll be like, oh, I'll drive such and such. Be like, what? What is that? And we have now made it to the Ford dealership. Whew. Ain't got to worry about scraping. Kind of see the carbon hood a little bit. And this is what we're here to see. The Dark Horse. This thing is so clean. This color. Y'all. This is what I've kept a surprise for a little bit. Look at the decals. Like I said, this was an option. Look how clean the front end is. With all the ventilation, the splitter, the wing on the back. Look at all the different like details and the curves and how it goes up and down. And look at all the detail on the hood. Just notice that it says Dark Horse right here. What? This one is manual. And look at that shifter. Like the blue shifter. Even that looks super dope. Let's try to see if we can see that new screen. Oh yeah, we can. That new screen is nutty. How big it is, almost like the G80 screen. Has a lot of blue accents to tie in the blue, like on the center console. Has a blue stitching going down the middle, which is super dope. Then we got the Dark Horse emblem on the back. And I really love how the Dark Horse emblem looks. This display and like the way it looks a lot bigger in here than what I thought it would be. A lot bigger. These seats are nuts, though. I really like the way the seats look. Dry carpet on the dash. I wonder how far it spreads. I think we got some over there on that side, too. You guys can't really see, but it's dry carbon over there. We got a little badge. I'm pretty sure it says Dark Horse. The dry carbon on the dash with the stitching, with the big display. Come on now. This steering wheel is even dope. Reminds me of the Mach-E steering wheel. A lot. Like, the way it looks, especially that airbag. Cup holders and everything seem to be the same, but a lot of the car is revised. Let's see what this back seat looks like. Okay, overall, like the same looking back seat. Now we're back at the back end because these lights, like the tail lights, are different. I really like the way it looks. Like they revised the overall back end, the tail lights with the wing. It looks really, really good to the eye. Now we outside, you see Big Z. These almost look the same, but they're GTs. Somebody just bought a white one, which is super dope. I like how they look. It's not a Dark Horse, but it has the same revised look on it. It's crazy how we're able to see the Dark Horse and then see people buying the cars. Like the same body style of the cars. Ooh, you hear how that one sounds? And these are just the GTs. It's so dope how we can see people actually picking theirs up. They're not picking the Dark Horse up, but they're picking the ones below that up while we're reviewing and looking at the Dark Horse. It's really dope. It's a lot of people in the showroom. I didn't want to talk really loud because people are doing paperwork and stuff. They're trying to get these cars. They're trying to get these Mustangs. These Mustangs are really dope. They handle good. I'm sure the new GT is nutty. Like the dark horse is just on a whole different level. That's the top. The top you can go with the new Mustang. Now I'm walking over to the used side because I see a GT350. I see a GT350. So many of these come manual. I think what really makes it is the headlights and the splitter and just the way the grill is in the front. We got a 5.0 right here. Y'all can see the difference between this front end to this. It's just a little bit different. Now check this one out, y'all. This is not even a GT, but it has the package. It has the Brembos, it got the wheels. And the best part to me about this one, even though it looks kind of basic, the interior is nuts. I seen the badging on the side, and this is a Raptor Edition Bronco. Got the yellow one coming back in again. He must have went for another little test drive. It does say Raptor on the hood. Also has like a crazy little livery on it. Pretty sure this comes custom to the Raptor Edition. Now look at this one. This is also a bigger Bronco, but it's not the Raptor Edition. The hips aren't nearly as wide on this one. The tires aren't as big. This one even has a whole different front grille. Like, look at this grille and look at this grille. They're basically the same truck. Once it becomes a Raptor Edition, it's a whole different beast. That GT350 is so clean. And now we're leaving the Ford dealership. It was super dope seeing the dark horse and the GTs with the same body style moving around. They're test driving them and people are buying them. It was super dope to hear them and seeing them moving around. It was dope. It was super dope. Leaving. We will be back. We will be back at a Ford dealership to grab the dark horse. We will. Because I really like that car. If y'all want the dark horse, it's at Vista Ford in Woodland Hills. Come and get it. If y'all want it, it's here. If that was a spec you guys were looking for, you guys were just looking for the dark horse and searching for that spec, then it's there. It's there. It's at Vista Ford in Woodland Hills, California. I don't know how long it's going to be there. It's on the showroom floor. I think some people were trying to fill out some paperwork on it. I don't know if it was for that one or the GT outside. Y'all heard the GTs. I can't even imagine the way the new dark horse sounds. Now, speaking of dope cars, look at this Porsche. That color. The new 911 is super, super dope. Downshifts in Big Z. Just wanted to tap her from a start a little bit and see how this traction control works. Woohoo, this thing scoots. The traction control on this car allows it to grip and just leave. Now, the dark horse was an option until I drove this car. Once I drove this car and I seen how this car was, I'm like, okay, this is probably the dark horse on steroid. But most of the people that are buying that car aren't buying it for the power. They're buying it to track it. I wanted to have both. I wanted to be able to track my car and have that power. This is the best of both worlds. Big Z is the best of both worlds. Now, as y'all can see, I'm out of Big Z. Big Z is right here. And I was up by the car. But there's a lot of traffic going down this street. I'm walking to handle something right now. I got a lot of dope stuff coming for the Z. A lot of dope videos. Tomorrow's video is going to be nutty. Tomorrow's video is going to be sick. And on that note, stay blessed. Stay positive. Hope y'all enjoy seeing the dark horse with me. Peace. Love y'all.